Hello and welcome back inside the MMA War Room with Chris Shroyer. I'm Sam Corcoran. Streetcar taking a step out today. I believe, Chris, this is the first episode of the MMA War Room where Streetcar is not inside
I
the
was
war
gonna
room.
say,
So
yeah, me and you
impressive,
have both missed episodes. We missed you,
impressive feat.
Streetcar.
I think I missed the most, but yeah, impressive feat for Streetcar. Nonetheless, we had to come on here because Dana White Contender Series is effing unreal, Chris.
Oh,
This has been
ridiculous.
We were talking about before the podcast. This is the best series of Dana White's Contender Series since either season 5 or season 6. Chris was mentioning.
I would say season 6 because that was the whole B. Joe Piper speech, and the first week of that season was absolutely terrible. And then everyone just kind of took it up a notch because obviously Dana White wants finishes. That's kind of what he's come out and said he wants in these fights. Or you go up against someone who has an iron chin and you physically cannot get the finish. Just put on the best performance that you can. Sometimes you might not get a contract if you win. It's not guaranteed. I feel like that's a big misconception with a lot of, casual watchers of, oh, he won, so he's going to get a contract. No, that's not it. You need to impress the boss. Streetcar, what is up,
Shout
my
out,
man? We
Streetcar.
missed you in the war room. We'll hold down the fort for you. Hope you're having fun wherever you are. But yeah, I mean, I think a big misconception is that a win is a guaranteed contract, and it's really not. You need to go out there and prove yourself. And sometimes Dana White might ask you to come back. Wink, wink. We'll get on that, a little later in the episode. But yeah, it's a stomping ground to prove yourself. And I think a lot of these fighters, especially in this season, are really taking that to heart.
And I think I think that's a fantastic segue into the first fight, because you want to talk about not just one, but two fighters that proved themselves. Wow. Chanel Dyer and Carol Foro.
Insane.
What a fight. And the fact that Dana White gave out 2 contracts, gave out a fight for the winner and the loser. I thought it was hilarious when Chris was taking a step out real quick, but I'll hold down the fort. Oh,
sorry, I was turning on another light in my room because it was a little weird lighting.
Not valid. Anyways, I thought it was very impressive that I thought it was impressive. I mean, the fact that it was the funny part was that when Chanel Dyer gets the contract, then it was, and Chanel Dyer's getting a contract, and Laura Sanko's looking for her. Where is she? He's like, oh, she's in the hospital. She'll find out later.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, they got both beat up badly, dude. And I mean, it was just such a good fight. Definitely well deserving of 2 contracts. Dana White said that was one of the best women's fights he's ever seen. Honestly, I could probably get behind that too. And this whole loaded strawweight division that I've been mentioning all throughout this podcast, the stock keeps improving after these 2 fighters enter the UFC.
Oh, definitely. I very much agree. And it was, Dana White was right. It was one of the best women's fights I've seen. Props to Chanel Dyer. Her chin is crazy. Knocked down 3 times. Gets back up every single time. And he said it. If you guys, I don't know if people kind of just turn off the TV after the last fight is over, but one of my favorite parts is watching Dana White read the contract, saying what he likes about the fighter, and then listening to their post-fight interview with Laura Sanko, because I feel like then you really get to understand the person who is in the octagon and what they're actually fighting for, because it's a bigger meaning for a lot of these people. Like,
this is their life.
Exactly.
Like, this is the moment where their dreams become reality, and they became. I mean, obviously, the dream is to win UFC gold, win a championship belt, but these are when the dreams become, this is never going to happen, to, oh crap, this actually might be attainable for you.
100%.
And we've seen champions come in on through Contender Series. Jack Della Maddalena. I think that's the best example.
Jamal Hill too. Jamal Hill, if you know his story, he I don't believe he was in a very good place in life before he came onto the Contender Series. He proved himself, worked his way up, and he became the first Dana White Contender Series champion in UFC history. And I think that this was one of the smartest decisions by Dana White ever, honestly, to really just create a different pipeline to the UFC. It gives more fighters an opportunity. Also, it makes his job easier. Him, Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, so they don't have to fly around the world and constantly scout people. Everyone's just coming to them. So it just kind of makes the process a little bit easier, and it gives more people a chance, because you can have 5 fights a week. Maybe in the future, we'll even see more fights per week on Tuesdays. Hopefully, that's what I want to see, but I know it's a little bit hard. I think 5 is a very good number, but maybe we could see like a little prelim thing.
I disagree completely. I think, 5 is the perfect number. I think 5, and considering how many episodes you have, I think you just keep it to 5.
All right.
You don't want to be putting too many people on Contender Series and giving out too many contracts
to
people that are undeserving. That's the thing. You got to set the bar high. You got to give it to the best of the best.
Okay.
And if someone's not ready for Contender Series, you wait. We'll get it to someone that probably wasn't ready for Contender Series just yet in a little bit. But guess what? He's going to come back. So,
yep.
Wink on
I'm a little greedy. I love to see fights. I just want to see fights, more fights. But yeah, back to Chanel Dyer. Chin on her is crazy. She ate so many shots. And I went on a little tangent right there. But Dana White at the end said in the 3rd round, and you could visibly see it, she wasn't trying to survive. She was trying to finish Carol Farrow. Like,
and 2 of the 3 judges gave her the round too.
Yes, 100%, and it was very well deserved in my opinion. I think that it was a great display of heart, determination, and that's what you get when you watch some of these fights, and especially it being the only women's fight on Contender Series. You're not guaranteed a women's fight on Contender Series. These girls showed out, and they really made a statement, and they were both deserving. And Sam, I'll pitch it to you because I've been talking for a little bit. What do you think of Carol Farrow?
I mean, it was impressive. It was just a scrappy fight overall. I do want to see her finish a little bit more. You also have to give credit to Chanel Dyer for just sticking that out when she was clearly losing the fight. But Carol Farrow shows a lot of potential, man. I mean, the fact that she just comes out and dominated those first 2 rounds. And then Chanel Dyer, Chanel Dyer, you have to give her credit too, but the domination of the first 2 rounds was pretty impressive. So I think there's a lot of room for both of these girls to improve and become great UFC fighters in this, what I like to say, the loaded raw weight.
Yeah, it was in your favorite division, Sam. I think that makes this fight even better than it was.
Better. And it's boosting my stock. So
100%.
Rick Allen, what's up, my man? Send me a location. You are in the location, man. The MMA Worm is the location to be at. Y'all already know it. Come on, man. Thank you to everyone.
I think he was asking for Shrikar's location because I said have fun
Shrikar's location. Oh,
yeah, Shrikar. Send the Addy, bro. We pulling up.
We're pulling up on you.
But yeah, a little bit more on Carol Farrow. Dana White said it perfectly. I mean, I don't know if I would have said that, but he said she was Brazilian, but she fought like a Mexican. And if you guys know the heritage of Mexican fighters, they have some of the best boxing that you will ever see in your life. And she proved it. Rips to the body, rips to the head. Durable. I think that it was one of the most clinical performances without getting a finish. And like we've said time and time again, props to Chanel Dyer. That is the reason that she is in the UFC as well. And I'm excited to see both these girls. They're going to be some nice fresh blood in the strawweight division.
It's the female Diego Lopez. Is Brazilian but fights like a Mexican. Obviously, Diego Lopez has Mexican heritage behind him.
But
moving up there. But nonetheless, let's move on to the next fight. It was a if I scroll up, it was the Samuel Sanchez.
Oh
my God, beat Jason Blair by KO very early on. This one I'm not going to sugarcoat. This one I missed. So Chris, I'll let you take the floor. What did you see here? I saw the replay, but you watched the full thing.
It was a very good fight for how long it lasted. Both of them came out strong early. Jason Blair was actually in the most advantageous position for most of the fight. He worked his way to the back of Samuel Sanchez. He was trying to look for a rear naked choke, trying to lock in his hooks, but it's a little bit hard on the back if you're not able to lock in the body triangle. He wasn't able to lock in the body triangle fully. He kind of fell down, and then Samuel Sanchez just went to work, man. Pushed him up against the fence, and he kind of did the same thing as Farrow, just very good level changes, and not talking about takedowns, changing levels when you're striking. Sometimes you just go to the head consistently, and you're able to telegraph it as the opposing fighter. Like, oh, he's not ripping to the body, so I'm just going to block up here. When you just keep playing the guessing game and get them on their toes to the point where you don't even know where the next strike is coming. It could be a head kick, a knee, an elbow. that is so hard to defend. And I think Samuel Sanchez did so good in doing that. He ripped to the body. Well, first of all, he ripped to the head, hit him with a nasty uppercut to the liver, and just a crazy right hook to fold Blair. And it almost was like a delayed knockout, but I think he was just knocked out standing on his feet. And then he fell back against the cage and kind of took a seat because I don't know how you eat that shot.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
So great performance from Samuel Sanchez. And he's only 22. He's our age.
He's our age, which is crazy. We're at the Chris. I think we have to just accept that we're at the stage of life where some of these athletes are going to be a lot younger than us. It was weird. Just I'll use the NFL for example. I was just watching Red Zone, and they're mentioning a rookie. I was like, I want to see where this guy goes to school, and he's born in October of 2004. I'm like, I'm May of 2003, and this guy's playing in the NFL. Like this guy. It feels weird, man, but I love my life. That's not to say I don't love my life right now. So,
1,000%. Not saying that. I'm just can we just put a
there
pause on time?
There are some people that are different beasts. Let's be real here.
100%.
Yeah, sky's the limit for this kid, man. I mean, he looked great throughout the fight, and this is one of the fights actually. This was probably my favorite fight of the card. I know I didn't watch it. I watched a little bit of the highlights. But just watching back a little bit, this was my favorite fight just because we saw what Samuel Sanchez is made of.
100%.
Actually, sorry. Favorite men's fight. The women's fight was the best fight of the night, easily, without a doubt.
I agree.
Favorite men's fight, though. Out of all the men's fighters, we saw the most of what Samuel Sanchez was made out of versus the other guys. I don't think we really saw that because they either finished it so quickly or it was just a boring fight. And we'll talk about that a little bit later.
100%. I definitely agree.
We got to see what Samuel Sanchez is made of, and boy, did he look great. I would say out of all the fighters on this card, my hopes are probably the highest for him. Just with how he performed, domination, he'll get a good first fight, and I expect him to win that fight.
100%. And this guy's also a businessman too. I don't know if you guys saw it, but after the contracts were read, Dana White kind of walks up to each of the fighters and, greets them, obviously, because now he's their new boss. So makes a nice impression on them. Says that you can help or he can help you in any way. And Samuel Sanchez asked if he could fight on the Abu Dhabi card because that's where Jailton Almeida is going to be. And they are training partners. And Dana White said, they caught him on camera. He said, I will work on that. I got you. So that is something to look out for. Yeah, this guy is chasing what he wants, and he's not scared to ask for it. And I think that's great for a fighter. So I'm excited to see Samuel Sanchez. But yeah.
Very excited. Rohan, what's up?
Rohan, what's
Italy.
good,
Hey, we got the
bro?
International viewership, so
yes, sir.
We appreciate that, Rohan.
It's late for you, or really early, bro.
No, it's 4:30 out there.
It's early in the morning over there.
Shout out for you, Shrikar.
Shrikar is nowhere to be found, but
he's doing some other stuff. He tuned in. He's in the notification gang. So
yeah, noti gang.
We'll put it that way. But I know y'all need Shrieks, but you get us two for now. So. Enjoy these charming pasty faces while you can. We'll put it that way.
100%. We'll try and look good for you guys.
Yeah, the jet lag. I get it. Speaking of Italy, a UFC card inside the Roman Coliseum. I mean, you can't sit people in that building, but imagine, man, that would be the greatest card of all time.
It would be modern day gladiators in the original gladiator arena.
That would be unreal. You could totally. I mean, the arena is based. I mean, the Coliseum is in ruins basically on the inside. So
yeah. Wait, Sam, that would be the perfect every fight would be a BMF title fight.
That would be BMF title fight for each division.
Yes, every division gets a belt.
No, every division gets a BMF belt. So you have 11 divisions in the UFC, and then the 12th fight can just be Marvin Vettori or someone.
Oh yeah, I feel like Marvin Vettori.
Oh, one Italian there.
He deserves it.
Just do that. That would be fire.
But yeah, Samuel Sanchez looked really good.
Yeah,
really
Venice fight card. I mean, that would be fun. Do it in the canal. There's so many. The UFC is looking to do these.
Yeah, when it doesn't super fights. Sadly.
I hope they do more than they say that they're in the White House card. I hope they do more than just that. Like go above and beyond to heights that nobody thought could be reached. So that's my message.
Yeah,
to the
dude,
UFC.
like do it on top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
On top of you can't do that, but
No,
do it
you
under the
said go to
you
New
can do it
Heights.
under the Eiffel Tower. That would be pretty cool.
That would be
that would be actually a really good idea. I like that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Let's move on to the next fight, though. The one we won't spend too much time on this because this one did not have anyone getting a contract. Freddie Vidal beats Felipe Franco, the heavy underdog, which, by the way, was free money. I looked at these odds. I looked at Freddie Vidal. He's 3-0. He's only been fighting professionally for 11 months. I was like, he's that big of an underdog. This guy's on fire. You should sprinkle a little bit on that. I don't bet, but if you're a better, sprinkle a little bit on that. The UFC betting guy on TV agreed with me, and
Yanni
he
the
comes
Greek.
out with a last-second win, a rear naked choke. Not a good fight, but I will say Freddie Vidal getting another shot on Dana White's Contender Series, the final episode.
Deserved it.
Well deserved. This guy, short notice, cut 45 pounds in a week to make 205. He was 245, makes 205.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely deserves another shot. And this guy is also raw. Like that's the other thing. You can't give this guy a contract just now. He is so unbelievably raw. You need to prove a little bit more if you're Freddie Vidal for me. I like the decision. It's a great win. A win is a win. And you're 4-0 fighting for 11 months. That is very impressive. So at the end of the day, I like what the UFC did with him.
No, I definitely agree very much because I wouldn't say the same circumstances, but I would say the same situation as Bo Nickel, where it's like, I mean, Bo Nickel obviously won in very impressive and dominating fashion. And that kind of prompted Dana White to say, look, I need to see a little bit more of you. But Freddie Vidal, like you said, Sam, cuts 45 pounds in a week. Shout out Long Island. He's from Westbury. He coaches at Massapequa, which is 30 to 40 minutes away from me.
Is that a high school or middle school?
It's a high school. So
he's a PE teacher by day. So
yes, he's a PE teacher by day. That is so awesome. I am rooting for you every step of the way. I was rooting for you tonight. You pulled through, bro. I'm like actually so happy. It's awesome to see people from like your parts doing crazy things in the UFC, and it was amazing to also see Aljo and all the boys. I saw Nazim Sadikov, Charlie Campbell, all supporting Freddie Vidal 100%. They were all supporting their training partner, and there's nothing better to see than that. And I mean, look, this guy trains after football practice. He coaches high schoolers.
This guy is a hustler, man.
Yes, coaches high schoolers, then goes to the gym to train. Like, that is unbelievable. Suffers a big weight cut, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't pretty at all. Dana White said this fight was terrible. And
yeah, I'm glad Dana White was completely honest with him and is giving him a fair shot, because
100%.
This guy's hungry, and hungry dogs run faster.
100%.
So, I mean, and this guy, I think you give him a little more time. I don't know when the final episode is for this.
I think it's like mid-October, late October.
Let me look. It's if I go season 9, I'm looking on. It's going to be week 10 is October 14th. So that's about a month from now. So he has a month to prepare. I mean, this guy's active. 4 fights in 11 months, professional fights in 11 months. This guy's active. That should be no problem. I don't know who he is fighting. It's not out. There's a 5th fight that has not been announced yet. That's going to be his fight. So they'll put him on that. And I'm glad they're giving him another shot. I think he can win. And I think if it's a better, I mean, if he performs better, he's going to get a contract. He's shown, if you can go 5-0 and you prove Dana was like, no, not yet. And then you prove him wrong, you're immediately getting a contract. So
100%. First of all, what's up, Duran? You're lucky. I think you're lucky that you didn't have to play against the Freddie Vidal coach, the Massapequa football team, because it seems like this guy is a dog in all forms and facets.
Does he coach football too?
Say it again. Yeah, Duran played football in high school.
No. Does Freddie Vidal coach football?
Yeah, no, that's what he does. No, he's a football coach.
No, he's a PE coach. Well, he's a PE coach.
No, he's a football coach for Massapequa football.
So maybe he does both then.
I think, yeah, a lot of PE teachers coach sports.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The ones at my
did you see when they
my
were
schools
panning
did
to
it.
that like sports bar and all those people were watching him? I'm
Was that
pretty
his
sure that
football
was the
team?
Massapequa football team.
That's awesome.
So
Well, they had beer around, so I hope that wasn't them because
maybe the older people were there, but I mean, it seemed like there were a lot of young people in there, so I'm not sure, but not trying to get you guys in trouble, but it was a good win for your guys' coach. But
a great win.
Yeah.
What are some? Or sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no. I was just saying, awesome. I'm glad that Dana White's bringing him back. He's 4-0. Like you said, he's super raw. So we need to see a little bit more of him. Give him a fair shot. Let him have a full camp. Yeah. And let's just see him at his max potential. And hey, the Serra Longo boys, or I guess it's Longo now, but Serra BJJ, they said he has a ground game and they said he has subs, and he proved it tonight.
He proved it today. So, and last point on him, like if they gave him a contract and he fights in a UFC event, respectfully, he's getting smoked. Way too raw.
I just want to see him.
This is one of those tested. Like you say one more. If he gets a win, even if it's not an impressive win, I'm still going to be. I think my hopes are high for him. That's a guy that can come back maybe even next season, even more time to prepare. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's so raw. There's so much more to improve.
Right.
That I do think if he wins his next fight, he would most likely get a contract. But if it's not a good win and he's showing he's not raw, like you got to be built for the UFC, man. And he's not just yet, but he's close. He's very, very close.
I have a feeling we're gonna see something special from Freddie Vidal on the last episode.
I like it. What are some coolest hypothetical locations for UFC cards? There's a few in here. Underwater, that would be insane. Do it like
I think the Coliseum that was mentioned is probably
the Coliseum.
I think
Machu Picchu. That's a fantastic one. I would go with the International Space Station. I think that would UFC in outer space. I mean,
that would be crazy work.
That would be crazy work.
Yeah, wait. I'm trying to think.
Also be really cool. And it reminds me they did the similar to Machu Picchu. You know how the how the NHL did games on Lake Tahoe during COVID? Like, and how beautiful and picturesque that was. Just get like a good picturesque location. Could be like I'm gonna give you some California bias here. I'll say Yosemite. In the middle of Yosemite Valley, like it's flat, but then you have all the rocks around you. I mean, the issue with that was it would have to be a daytime card.
Right.
Because there's no light there. So that's the other thing. You can't do it outside unless you put lights up against the rocks, which I mean, it's the national park. They're not going to let you do that. But hypothetically, I mean, they did the Times Square boxing event. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Just only if it's not, I just want, they could do Times Square. I would do Times Square, but just have a crowd, bro. I don't like the VIP crowds.
No, you got to have a good. That's my issue with the White House card. Like, where's the crowd? That's what I'm saying. If you want to do the White House card, hold it at Capital One Arena. The nearby arena, NBA, NHL arena, has hosted UFC events in the past. That's what I would do instead of having it on the White House lawn. I don't want this to be a VIP thing.
Duran has a good idea. Middle of Iceland? That would be
and
crazy.
I'm not going to lie, Iceland, especially in the summer, you can do a late card in Iceland. It's still light outside.
Yeah.
It would just be freezing.
Just have all the Russians or people who live in cold climates fighting there. Yeah. They're used to it.
So I mean, here's the thing. Dana says he only accepts arena with roofs, but I mean, he's doing the White House card, which is let's be real. You're not sticking an octagon in the White House. There's no way that is going to happen.
Imagine. I
mean, they have a ballroom, but like doing it you can't have fans there. Like, I don't know. It's a little messy.
Imagine it starts raining on that day.
That would be you can't. I
agree, bro. I agree.
Yeah, you can't.
That is where combat sports originated.
Yeah. Personally, I also believe this is a little more realistic. They should do a Las Vegas card, International Fight Week at Allegiant Stadium, not T-Mobile Arena.
Yes, I agree. And then get fans from literally all around the world that
get
can come.
Everyone.
I agree.
That's going to hold 80,000. I've been to that stadium before. It is remarkable. Like, it's one of those stadiums where you just sit back. And I was fortunate enough. I had some time alone on the field. It was literally like I was the only person on the field. Maybe me and one other person, the person I was with. We were just on the field. I was just lying back on the turf. Yeah, shout out our friend Adam Cohen. But I was just on the turf, and I had to like blink to be like, "Is this real?" Like it's so nice, man.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be like. I feel like whenever I talk about that, I feel like I peaked in college. Just that was genuinely one of the greatest weekends of my life. Going to Las Vegas and going to Allegiant Stadium.
That's all. Yeah, that's electric. Yeah. I need to get out there. I need to get out to Vegas. Just nowhere near the casinos because that would not be a good trip for me after that.
That's going to be unfortunate because as soon as you land at Las Vegas Airport, there are slot machines right in front of you, man.
They're just reeling me in.
Yeah, they got to set a gambling budget. I don't gamble that much. I actually don't gamble ever, but Vegas you have to. Thank God.
Yeah, right. I feel like it's like a must. Exactly. But yeah, I agree. They
have to make a makeshift roof.
They will make a makeshift roof. I don't think it's gonna be a dome, but it's gonna be like it's just gonna be a big, stanchion kind of looking thing.
They've done that for boxing before, and it's worked in the past, but it's risky. I've seen videos.
It is risky.
Going out.
Any inclement weather it's done.
Have you seen the video? I think it was like Buster Douglas and Evander Holyfield, and a guy had a parachute like flew into.
Oh yeah, I did see. Yeah, I know what video you're talking about.
It's a crazy video. He parachutes into the ring. That's the other risk. I feel like some dumb person would do that for the White House card. Although you might also have an F-16 shooting you down, like shooting an individual person down if you did that. So that would be wild. The Pantheon in Greece. Ooh.
Uh-huh. Dude, Shriek. That is a good call out.
I like that, man. I like that a lot. That's fun.
Oh, wait. That was Shrikar's mom, Mrs. Regendran. What a shout.
Shout out. That's a good one. You got to do something in the 7 wonders of the world. I mean, it'd be fire. I know it would be, you can't really get in, but imagine if they could do it one inside.
Right? That would be crazy. I was also thinking, so like, this will be the last one, so we can just get a little bit back on topic because, I mean, actually, I kind of like talking about this, so we can just
keep the comments coming. Do what you want. Interact with us. It helps us a lot. I mean, we're here for y'all, so
I was
interact with us.
When they go to Rio, what if they did it in front of Cristo Redentor, the Christ the Redeemer statue?
That one is hypothetically not possible. That mountain is. Have you seen that mountain? It's like way too small.
Yes, but
it would be fire.
It's just like
also the other thing I wouldn't like is if you're fighting there, Christ is facing the other way. It's facing out. If you're looking at it from the mountain, it's going to be facing in, or it's facing towards the ocean. It's going to be turned away from you.
So they should do it. They should do it on the beach.
They should do it on the beach. They should do it at Copacabana Beach.
Oh, that's an even better idea.
Yeah.
All right. See, look, we both put our brains together. Boom. Great idea. Duran, that would be dope. I agree.
It would be dope.
That'd be pretty cool.
Speaking of dope, we need to talk. Let's get back on track because we need to talk about this. This knockout. Le'Veon Douglas takes down
Le'Veon.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. The fight they're doing what you call it, tail the tape. I look down to respond to a text from my friend. I just doing that. I look up and what's the other guy's name? No, Cam Teague is out cold. I'm like, I beg your pardon. How quick was that knockout? How many seconds was that? I didn't even
the entire sequence was 36 seconds, but I believe the first punch was 20.
It was
no, it was like 24-ish. I'll look right now.
That was way fast. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was faster than that, but nonetheless, knocked him out into the shadow. First punch was at 431. The 420, he's fighting. I'm watching the replay right now. He's out cold and then by
424, he is dead.
Yeah. You see that instant contract. There's nothing else to say. Just a dog. And I mean, you're going into a loaded featherweight division with a lot of finishers. I like this guy. I like this guy. I like where he's headed. I like Le'Veon Douglas. Give me some more of that action, pause. But it's going to be he's going to be a great fighter. I think this showed a lot. And he takes out Timu Sharabola in the process. So
pretty much. I mean, look, first of all, I feel so bad for you, Cam Teague. They just gave you 2 buzzsaws in your 2 Contender Series performances. Kevin Vallejos to start, and now Le'Veon Douglas.
This was the second one.
Yeah, he got knocked out by Kevin Vallejos last year. So
this poor guy, he's never gonna make it after this.
kind of hard.
He's undefeated and his 2 losses are contenders.
Yeah, his 2 losses are to actually crazy fighters. Like, we've already said how we all feel about Kevin Vallejos on this podcast. Dude can shoot for the moon. And now Le'Veon Douglas, he is so good. I texted Shrikar and Sam in our group chat saying, I think him and Jose Delano are going to be problems. And I think Shrikar missed the fight because he had to step out. So that's why he's not here.
That was funny. I was texting you and Shrikar was like, wait, what the hell happened? I'm
like, he was like, wait, what happened? And I said him, Le'Veon and Jose Delano are going to be problems. He goes, wait, he's on Jose's level. Now, look, we didn't get to see that much of Le'Veon Douglas. There's a difference between him and Jose Delano. Jose Delano is, I believe, undefeated, which I'm going to go back and check right now. Le'Veon.
No, Jose Delano is 16-3.
Okay, 16-3. All right, so there's not that big of a difference. Le'Veon Douglas is 13-5 now. His past 5 wins have come by knockout. And that was one of the most violent knockouts I think I've ever seen. That was just straight aggression. And Chiesa was talking about it on the broadcast, Michael Chiesa, that is. And he said, the thing about Douglas is, in MMA, a lot of fighters throw arm punches, which is they just straight arm it and use the strength of their arm to, land and try and knock someone out. Douglas throws with his entire body. He uses the torque from his hips to his torso like a pure boxer. And that's why he's able...
Which can be a little risky.
A little risky. It leaves you very susceptible and open to counter shots. But at the same time, it makes for knockouts and punches like that. Like, that was insane. And just a little, like, what I was getting back to is Jose Delano, we got to see a lot of him. World-class striking. He's already going to be a problem at featherweight, excuse me. Like, he is going to be insane. I think Le'Veon Douglas could be the exact same way. We only saw 36 seconds of him, but if you watch his tape and you know what he's about and his backstory, this dude is different. First of all, he trained first. Cub Swanson, a UFC legend, took him under his wing and has been training him for the past few years. Cub Swanson, Cub Swanson wasn't attaining gold. He wasn't a top 5 contender for much of his career, but that dude can scrap. That dude can fight. He has great fight IQ. He is someone that you want to learn from. Le'Veon Douglas is also good friends with Chris Cyborg and trains with Chris Cyborg. And if you know MMA, women's MMA, Chris Cyborg is a demon. He also trains with Dan Argueta and Danny Silva, who we just saw Danny Silva in an absolute war with Kevin Vallejos. So, look, Le'Veon Douglas is surrounded by absolutely amazing people, and he's proving it. And I think he's really going to be a problem in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some risks with the full force punch.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, if that's how he wants to punch, he's going to get a ranked shot, and the ranked fighter if it's a good striker, is going to take him out. Like, no question about it. This guy's this is one of those guys. I mean, here's the thing. If you're in the UFC, you're expected to lose. This guy's going to have a few losses before if he's good enough to get a title fight. I believe, is he undefeated right now?
No, he has 5 losses.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, and that's probably why he has 5 losses. And all the losses, head and kick punches, UD, triangle choke punches, guillotine choke. So this guy has got himself in trouble before. Man, kind of he's not the most active fighter is the other thing I'm looking at. He's fought dating back to 2011, and he's 12-5. So not the most active fighter in general. Yeah. But nonetheless, a lot shown today. He's 30 years old, so he still has a lot to prove. You're at the right age to be in the UFC for that. So, Le'Veon Douglas, welcome to the UFC. Let's move on to the final fight.
100%.
Another just instant knockout. Steve Asplund takes down Anthony Garasio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, they need heavyweight prospects, straight and simple. And this guy this season has been the best heavyweight prospect so far, without a doubt in my mind.
Oh yeah, that
yeah,
absolutely.
And you had like Josh Hokett earlier. He's a wrestler. He's really good at it. But this was just way more entertaining. And
Asplund might flatline Josh Hokett.
That's what I was gonna say. That's my issue.
Also, love the backstory. It's so inspiring. This guy was 525 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's his whole thing. That's why he's like showing off the man boobs.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna repeat exactly what he called himself because we're trying to be PG in the war room, get ourselves monetized, so we don't want to be cursing. But yeah, I mean, look, you can kind of tell when he came out that he's had weight issues and. You know,
and by the way, I'm reading an article on him now. He cut the weight so he could be an MMA champion.
Yeah.
So this guy like was inspired by MMA, and he's like, man, I got to cut a lot of weight. And I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you this thumbnail I see, or this image, I should say, if I share my screen. This is what he used to look like.
Oh, I didn't even know what he used to look like.
This is crazy.
Wow.
This guy was big.
Wow.
Minnesota man loses 300 pounds to pursue dream of MMA champion. Very
job,
impressive.
Steven Asplund. Good job.
Inspiring. And man, dude, you made it, dude. I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
You made it in a big way too.
Even if you lost, like you won at life by just cutting 300 pounds. That's remarkable.
No, like 1000%. Yeah. I mean, the dude was like 525 pounds. I believe the broadcast, I forgot who specifically said it. They said the fight that inspired him specifically was Derek Lewis's uppercut knockout on Curtis Blades in 2021. And he saw that and he said, all right, I want to do this. And he had
his first fight was May of 2022. Yeah, so that would make sense.
Crazy that he cut that much weight that quick.
Well, no. So it was all amateur bouts. His first professional bout was November 2023.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So that's probably about. I would say around November 2023 is probably. I don't know the full backstory, but I'm assuming that's probably when he was able to make weight around. The article I pulled up is from August of 2024.
Okay. So that's newer, like a year ago.
Yeah, it's a year ago. And now he's in the UFC. So it's a crazy story. With how weak heavyweight is, this guy's going to get a good shot early on. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, he's going to get, I don't see him jumping into the rankings immediately, but I see him getting like a good unranked prospect. Could even give him like a Marcin Tybura. I'm not going to lie. Just give him a gatekeeper right off the bat. He looked very impressive. That's a reach, by the way. It's just that's not my match for him. That's like the peak. Because Dana White did say, like, we didn't get to see much of you, but damn, it was.
But impressive. He saw enough.
Yeah, he saw enough. But he wants to see more. You know, this guy's going to get like an unranked prospect, someone who's close or out of the rankings. And the thing is, with heavyweight, it's just like if you're not close to the rankings, you're terrible. Respectfully, you're terrible.
Yeah. I kind of agree. It's like sad to kind of like belittle people like that, especially because they're UFC fighters, and it's like, oh, in reality, they could kill us. But like, if we're in reality of us being analysts and really,
that's with every athlete. Everyone just like loves to lampoon on athletes that suck. I'm notable to doing that. You should have seen me. I'm a 49ers fan, and I don't wish anyone to lose their job, but you should have seen my reaction when the 49ers cut Jake Moody today. Man, it was. I feel bad for the kid, truly do. And I hope he can recover, get another shot. Because I know this is hard, man. Like seeing your NFL dreams just like crumble in front of you.
Yep.
Oh my God, he had to go.
Yeah, you guys signed Eddie Pinheiro right after. So,
dude, I was sweating bullets all of Sunday, just like, and all my friends. The thing is, I think like 3 of my friends who were watching the games with me on Sunday, were either texting me immediately, or I work with a lot of the guys that I watched the game with. Came into my office, was like, "You see the news?" And I'm like, dude, I gasped like something shocking happened, and everyone's like, "Are you okay, Sam?" I'm like, "Oh, I am doing fantastic."
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Jake Moody. If you're watching this, which I doubt you are, but prayers for you, man.
Maybe one
I
day.
hope it works out.
Yeah, best
Also,
of luck in your future
the
endeavors.
Niners should have
Jake
never
Moody.
taken a kicker in the 3rd round. Let's be real. That's the other reason he gets so much hate, because he was drafted
Yeah,
so
that's kind of crazy.
high. But
yeah, John Lynch set you up for failure, Jake Moody.
I remember when Jed Yorks sent the tweet out. It's like Jed Yorks likes to tease the draft picks through a tweet.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Let's kick this thing off." And I'm like, "Oh my God." There's a great picture of me just laughing in my bed. We took a effing kicker. And I think I posted it on my private Snap story. I was just like, "What are we?"
Yeah, that's like
doing?
a big shocker.
Yeah. Anyways, back to MMA.
Yeah. I mean, Asplin, in my opinion, first of all, great story, and obviously when Lorisenko was kind of telling him how, not even kind of, how she was telling him how inspirational he was for everything he's been through. And you could see Asplin getting emotional, kind of coming to the realization that now he's in a spot where he's actually going to get spotlight. Like, he's going to get a platform to, share his story, inspire other people. He said he wants to inspire other people, which is absolutely amazing. But I think it's awesome that, he's also carrying on his dad's legacy. So if some of you guys didn't catch any of the commentary and just watch the fight, his dad was a 17-12 professional fighter. I believe he fought in Legacy, which is now LFA. It got swallowed into that promotion, grouped in, which is a good promotion too. His dad never was able to make the UFC.
Aspen also fought in LFA.
Yeah, great promotion. A lot of fighters come from LFA. Le'Veon Douglas is from the LFA. They're littered everywhere, but he's carrying on his dad's legacy, and his dad and mom were there watching him, cheering him on. He said that they never gave up on him, so he never gave up on himself. And his dad at one point had a 15-fight win streak, which is crazy to think about. Kind of sad, because I was doing the math. I'm like, oh wait, 17-12, 15-fight win streak. Either he was really bad in the beginning or he tailed off at the end really hard. Regardless, winning record in MMA, can't do anything better than that. And his dad's nickname is Concrete because he works, putting in concrete now. Yeah. Steven Asplin did the same thing. And his nickname is Concrete. So
he posted on Facebook, "F with me, Concrete has arrived, baby."
Yeah, and Concrete has arrived in the UFC. Yeah. So I'm excited to see him.
This guy's just so easy to root for, honestly.
100%. And Dana's going to take him into consideration with whatever he does in the heavyweight division, because he said he's willing to fight anyone, anywhere, at any time. And that is the best thing that you can say to Dana White, especially someone coming into the UFC. So I am rooting for you, Steven Asplin. You are a dog.
This was another pic on his Facebook of what he used to look like. My God.
Oh,
what just round of respectfully to Steven Asplin, if your UFC career does not pan out, if this is if you fall off a cliff after this, you have won at life.
Yes, 1,000%.
And honestly, all these fighters, if you make the NFL, we were talking about the NFL. If you make the UFC, I mean, you win at life, man. You should feel blessed by that. You got to live your dream, or you're currently living your dream. Make the most of it. And if you can't, you know what? Look back on it and be like, hey, I mean, look, don't always sit back and look at it, but be like, look, I did that. Be proud of yourself and take that with you as you move along in life. So lots of inspirational stories on Dana White's Contender Series. Mm-hmm. Chris, any final closing thoughts before we head off?
Yeah, let's talk about the fight that got announced on Contender Series. Sean O'Malley, Bisanger Sisarkayev is fighting Eric McConaughey. Huh?
What about O'Malley?
It's your Sean O'Malley.
Oh, the next Sean O'Malley. Yes,
the next Sean O'Malley. Bisanger Sisarkayev. Yeah, he's fighting Eric McConaughey. And actually, thank gosh I looked at Marcel Dorf's Twitter. Shout out Marcel Dorf. You are awesome. All your news is reliable. I trust you with my life, basically, because I look at you for everything. On the broadcast, it was said that the fight is going to happen in Qatar. Apparently, it is not happening in Qatar. It is happening at MSG on November 15th at UFC 322. I will be in attendance.
Marcel Dorff.
That was per Marcel Dorff. He said that apparently the broadcast made a mistake in the graphic.
Interesting. Oh, I like that even more, man. I thought Qatar would have been nice too.
I think so because Susarkayev obviously is from that region. But look, if we're talking about getting this guy's name out there, what better place to put him than NYC on one of the biggest cards?
It's funny. I said feed Susarkayev to Cody Brundage, and he gets the guy that Cody Brundage lost to.
Yeah, you know what? That's a win for you though, because if Cody Brundage won, he would have got Cody Brundage.
Yeah, and now I remember McConaughey. I picked him in the last fight, but it was low key. I think that was a little.
It was like I know Shrikar hates when we throw around the word robbery. It was not a robbery,
but I could have seen it. I leaned Brundage after it. We'll put it that way.
A lean. We had a lean towards Brundage, but I did watch it back because I was looking at highlights, and I think McConaughey did a good job of kind of stealing that from him. But yeah, we'll see how this Susarkayev fight goes. Obviously, I think Biesinger is gonna make another statement, but
Biesinger will win that fight, respectfully. But yeah, this is a big one. I'm glad they're not skyrocketing him. They're giving him a good young prospect.
Yeah.
Who they're giving him someone that is kind of in the same range as he is, which I like. And it's exactly what you do to the next Sean O'Malley. So that quote will live in history for the MMA War Room as one of the worst takes in MMA War Room.
Well,
history.
hey,
but
it hasn't fully panned out yet.
Fine wine. It could age like fine wine. We'll put it that way.
Or it could age like milk left out in the summer heat.
I already hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I already think it's a terrible take. But
we'll see how it pans out. It's like fantasy football. Don't panic in week 1.
Yeah, but
let it come to fruition. It'll happen.
Let it come. I like it. MSG is looking low. You said you're going to that, right?
I am gonna save up all my money to go to UFC MSG.
I might need to look at tickets for that. We'll see.
It's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be in like the 750, 800 range.
Yeah, I might not. I'm not gonna lie. I may not have that money, but
yeah,
I'm
not either.
I'm the only one that I am the only one out of the three of us that has never made it to a UFC event. I got to do it at some point, man.
Go.
I'm hoping next year maybe there's they don't have any more bouts for the rest of the year that have not been announced.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping next year being on the East Coast is a little more. I feel like you get a little more luxury of nearby places and easy places to travel to than being on the West Coast. Where you get Vegas, you get LA, but maybe there's a fight night. Maybe they do Nashville again. That's a fun city.
Oh my God! Oh, we going back to Nashville, Sam?
Nashville. Oh,
I would be so down.
If this video gets 20 likes, we'll tell you the story about how we almost had to use our MMA skills in Nashville to defend Shrikar. We'll put it that way. So 20 likes on this video.
Well, it wasn't defending Shrikar. We were just mad because of what happened to him. It was
what happened to him. We were defending him.
We were standing up. We were standing
on business.
Just like you're taught in school as a little kid. Don't be a bystander. Be an upstander.
Don't be an upstander. And if you're fighting, here's the thing. If the guy was Steven Asplin, we would not do it. But the guy was the 500-pound version of Steven Asplin.
Yeah.
At least he looked like that. So that guy we could take on if we wanted to. We did not throw any fists. Do not charge us. Do not press charges, National PD. We did not do anything illegal. We'll put it that way. But 20 likes on this video. Also, we're so close to 100 subscribers.
Yes,
guys. I'll look at the YouTube right now.
If you're not
we're at 91. We have 9 subscribers left. Hit that subscribe button, boys. The ladies and gentlemen, I should say. Hit that subscribe button. We're so close.
Give us all the socials are down here. All the socials are down here.
A lot of stuff coming from the MMA War Room. We got to do better on the TikTok.
We're getting on the TikToks. I know TikTok is the wave. Don't worry.
It's hard managing a full-time job and this to do everything. But at the end of the day, we love doing what we do.
100%.
More following, the merrier. Give us a follow. Show that you want more MMA War Room content, and we will give it to you guys. But that's gonna do it for this podcast. Duran, my man.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so
Thank
much
you,
for the
Duran.
subscription.
I love you,
Shout
bro.
out to you.
Shout out to Ron.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
that's
I'll
gonna
talk to
do
you in
it.
a few minutes. I can't wait till I play you in fantasy, Duran. It's about to be B2A.
How'd your fantasy teams do this week?
Dude, I went 3-1.
Woo!
The only reason I lost, well, I won on the last play of the Bears Vikings game.
Chris and I's league, the opponent had DJ Moore, and Chris had the Vikings defense. He was up 1 point. DJ Moore gets the receptions and yards. So now the other team's up. DJ Moore fumbles, and the Vikings defense recover. Chris wins by 1 point.
Yep. It was
unbelievable.
Electric.
Ending.
It was electric. But yeah, I went 3-1. I lost because Dak didn't have too many points. Pacheco just doesn't get the ball because the Chiefs just, I guess, don't like him. Terry McLaurin didn't play that well. And yeah, I mean, I can chalk it up to a lot of things, but
yeah.
Duran, it's B2A for you, bro. It's B2A for you. It's scary hours in the money league. You don't want to see me. You don't want to see me. But yeah.
I went 2-1 this week. So
let's go. One of the
leagues, the work league, which I actually kind of like. It's not head-to-head matchups don't matter. It's whoever wins the week and whoever loses the week, because whoever loses the week has to buy the winner lunch or a round at the bar. So awesome. No buying. The whole thing is don't lose and win. That's all it is.
Yeah. If you don't lose, you win.
Yeah, if you don't lose, you win. Exactly.
That's a better.
If you don't win, you just bring your own lunch to work. It is what it is. Or you get your own drinks. It is what it is. But yeah, 2-1 this week. The one loss was really bad, but hey, we'll bounce back. It's a 16-man league. We're still figuring out the nooks and crannies with my team.
It's week 1.
Yeah. I also made 2. Well, I would say fleeces on the trade market today. So we're building up strong. So anyways, enough with that. With Chris Shroyer, I'm Sam Corcoran. We'll see you guys on later in the week. We'll see you guys
on Friday. Video posted on Friday for No Shade.
Will be up on Friday. UFC No Shade. We'll also get predictions out on the gram this week and socials.
Also, we'll throw in a Canelo and Bud Crawford prediction because that is happening on Saturday too. So
yeah, big weekend in combat sports. So exciting times. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you then.
Yes, sir.